pleasant good evening, hello from our main studios on the Congoton Back Road in Monrovia. Welcome to News Live on LN, that is KMTV. Today happens to be April 6, a historic day. 24 years ago in Liberia, the crisis took place, at which time Liberians were running head to scatter when gun sounds were the order of the day. Unlike that time, on today, it is the global health crisis where Liberian health practitioners are struggling to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Julius Compton. Let's now bring you our top stories. Publishers Association of Liberia threatens to put a blackout on the government. For what? When we come back, we'll tell you more. Concerned Liberians call on government to address their urgent economic recovery situation. Government announces new confirmed COVID-19 case as of April 6, 2020. These are the top stories. Let's now bring you the news in detail. The Publishers Association of Liberia threatened media blackout on the government due to its failure to pay them 2 years debts. Speaking to reporters, the chairman of the media body after an emergency meeting, Otello Gabla, said they are disappointed in national government's continuous promise to them without fulfilling. According to him, the government action is deliberate and is gradually dragging the media into financial crisis. He disclosed that they are also planning on a possible withdrawal from the media stance as a result of government action against them. It can be recalled at the induction ceremony at the ministerial complex to induct new code of officials of the Press Union of Liberia. Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Twer publicly promised that the Liberian government was willing to settle all media debts, something that is yet to come into fruition. In the wake of the COVID-19 crisis in Liberia, Health Minister Dr. Wilhelmina Njala is encouraging Liberians to seek early treatment in order to save lives. Dr. Njala call comes amidst the growing number of COVID-19 confirmed cases in this country.
As of this morning, April the 6th, we have one more additional case, bringing our total case to 14. We have one more additional case, bringing our total case to 14. Let me talk to you this morning about the 3 deaths that we have. So when you look at 14 cases and 3 deaths, maybe your interpretation will be different. The 3 deaths, one of them died at home. That person was sick, did not know they had COVID-19 until they started having difficulty breathing in the house. By the time anybody could get there or before they could get to any facility, they had died. The other 2 cases, they got to the hospital when one of them was already in a coma, and then they were having difficulty breathing and they died. None of these cases reached the 14 military hospital to be cared for by our medical team. It's quite unfortunate that we remain in our homes for a long time before we seek care, and then when you get to care, it's late. COVID-19, the death rate is very low. But if you delay at home until you become critical, then there's nothing anybody can do for you.
In a way, The current crisis, scores of Liberians continue to raise concern about their economic stability issue. In an interview with KMTV, both Jacob Morris and Annie Colley said the ordinary people are feeling the pinch as a result of the crisis and called on government to address their economic situation soon.
Now, I heard a rumor telling us that the government's coming up with what? That they will be able to close all business center, all areas. The family will die with hunger. Because I will take up my role, I'll be able to work anymore, I will not be able to go to work.
So what do you want the government to do?
I want for the government to do, if they put in this thing to mention, they will be able to feed people, they will be able to bring food to people, that they will be able to sustain the people inside. What we inside would not define the government to get in the street. No, everybody want to protect themselves, to take note according to our president, to govern ourselves. We want to get in the street and to die.
But the government doesn't have money to feed the entire populace of the country.
Then what the government got to come and say will be inside at the hours at 10 o'clock. Why would some also get outside and go work for people and protect people, property and get money? How do we work?
2? 10 children. You alone. Where is your husband?
Pass away.
So what are you doing to feed your children?
No, I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing.
Is that the reason why you're crying? You worry?
Everyone when they pour in, I mean, my children was over. No way. Let the government can help me. To help us. We need food. And no food, no life. And it's not like I'm pour in house. I want to be in house with our children.
How old is your biggest daughter or son?
My son is out of hospital, nowhere, no nothing. My son is doing nothing.
So what do? You sell? Do you sell or what? What is
I
it?
go right up, I pay up, I put it on the tail. When they not buy it, we eat it.
Well, it can be recalled 2 weeks ago, the Liberian Senate wrote a communication to President George Weah highlighting similar economic recovery issue of Liberians. Ongoing discussions are said to be in the making. Stay on corona-related stories. 2 Liberian entrepreneurs are calling on their business colleagues not to live in fear neither denial about the COVID-19 crisis. According to James Walker and Vivian Wisner, it is time that all Liberians work together collectively to ensure that the virus is contained, if not eliminated, from the country.
I want to encourage everyone that is in the tune of doubt that this virus is very serious. It is an epidemic that everywhere in the world have been affected. So we encourage everyone, whoever it may be, the parents, the children, and what have you. I encourage everyone to follow suit. Make sure that on a daily basis, wherever you go, you wash your hands with running water, and also use a sanitizer if you have. That will be good for every one of us who have to save life. The government and the health workers, I want to encourage them they should not give up. Keep out the sensitization so as to make sure that every citizen are reached, so as to follow suit, that this epidemic will not have a great impact on every life.
I just want to tell my brothers and sisters that the coronavirus that came, we need to prepare ourselves. We are going through difficult time doing Ebola, and now people are still dying that there is no virus in the country. The president is looking for funding. It's lie. You can see around the world, our sisters and brothers, then they are dying. So we just have to what the president tell us to do, and the health ministry, we have to take our wash your hands constantly. Sanitize your hand every day and night. Anything that you touch, you have to wash your hand. And do the thing where we will go safely, there nothing will happen to us. I want to tell my brother and sister, there is not time for politics. It's time to put Liberia first and go through the process.
Vivian Weston, earlier you saw James Walker, two Liberian entrepreneurs in conversation with News Today. Wherever you just joined us, you're watching News Today on KMTV. It's a production of the News and Current Affairs Department of Creative Minds on Television. We're coming to you live and direct from our main studios on the Congo Town Back Road in Monrovia. We bring you more stories. What appears to be a financial crisis is said to be gradually hitting the media sector of Liberia. With the lack of advertisement in other local businesses, media houses are now struggling to survive due to the current health crisis. According to the president of the Press Union of Liberia, Charles Coffey, he fears media houses closure if nothing is done to settle the situation.
Well, the media has been playing its role. In fact, all the messages or pronouncements that health authorities are making is through the media. Besides, African cases are increasing. We have border, sharing border with Africa and Guinea. So, and this coronavirus, there's no cure yet. The great countries are falling prey to the coronavirus, the United States, Italy, even China. So, though they are sending medical equipment, but there are places that landlocked, even in the capital city, Monrovia, more people are still not respecting the health measures. So what is needed now is for the government to strengthen the awareness campaign of the media. The media can design, develop a new mitigating method for those who are still in denial to respect the health measures. But what is needed is resources. Government is not putting money in the media. The media is not doing advertisement again. Businesses are not going to the media to do advertisement. The media focus now is the current event, which is the global pandemic, the coronavirus. And individual citizens or companies will not go to the media and pay money. So the last time we issued a release, we communicated with various institutions, including government, the business sector, GSM company, the fuel sector, to help every media institution. If nothing is done to help the media, I'm very, very much sure some of the institutions will close, because if you go up into a community radio, there is no fuel. Some of them rely on the GSM company to give them electricity. Some of them are being cut off. But time is running out. Government is even owing the media last year, especially newspaper, the debt they haven't paid. So with the funds are expected in the country for donors that for the fight against the coronavirus, we think that alone go to purchasing buckets and other health materials, but they should put the funds in the media. Every media institution should benefit so that we can continue the awareness, because it is the only media that can help.
Well, workers of Golden Verilium, Liberia, operating in Synod and Grand Crook counties, now have all reasons to smile, and this is so because the GVL management and that of the advocacy arm of workers, that's the Agricultural Agro Processing and Wool Processing Union of Liberia, AWU, signed a 2-year collective bargaining agreement intended to benefit the two parties. Edwin Sesko is the Secretary General of AWU. He spoke to reporters minutes after the signing ceremony.
This is the 2019-2021 collective bargaining agreement between the management of Golden Verilium Liberia Incorporated and the Agricultural, Agro Processing and Industrial Workers Union of Liberia on behalf of its local 2, the Golden Verilium Agricultural Workers Union of Liberia, that is based in Sino and Grand Crook counties. This agreement actually, in the midst of the current economic downturn that we are faced with, as well as the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic that is strangling our global economy, for us to be able to sign this agreement, I think the key highlights, there are several highlights in the agreement. One of the key highlights that we were able to sanction in the agreement is to ensure that our members remain constant with the current job status, even though we're unable to raise income at this time because of the struggling economy. But we're able to ensure that for the 2019-2021 agreement, that our members remain on the job, without layoff. which we feel is very significant to our current, economic trend in our country, to ensure that our people, remain, the livelihood income is secure. And besides that, we also ensure, because one of the aspects of the agricultural workers in Liberia has been occupational health and safety. We ensure in this new agreement, 2019-2021, that the safety component of the agreement is actually in view for the workers to benefit from, so that we'll be able to get all of the basic safety equipment. We get the commitment from the management as per what was signed today, so that our workers, can be able to benefit and to ensure that their lives are secure while they are at work.
Edwin Cisco, Secretary General of AWU. To our final development now, the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA for short, has fined an illegal fishing boat containing 7 migrants from La Côte d'Ivoire, US $5,000, inconsistent with the 2010 fisheries regulations. The move is intended to deter illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing activities across Liberia. The Ivorian boat, which had entered Liberian waters illegally, was arrested Wednesday, April 1, 2020 in Grances, Grand Crook County with the help of the community-based surveillance network, a local community-based organization along fishing communities in none of Liberia's coastal counties. The 7 illegal Ivorian fishermen are currently being detained by the local authorities in Grances, while their semi-industrial fishing boat has been confiscated. According to NAFA's statement, the Director General Eman Glasgow is calling on authorities of the Ministry of Health, the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, and the Liberian Immigration Service to probe fishermen's legality status reference to the COVID-19. Mrs. Glasgow is commending members of the community and its community-based surveillance network for the level of engagement and urged them to continue to be vigilant at all times for the safety of the country. With that development, we come to the end of this Monday's evening presentation of News Today on KMTV. But before going, a recap of our top stories. Publishers Association of Liberia threatens to put a blackout on the government due to the failure to pay them their 2 years debts. Concerned Liberians calling government to address their economic recovery situation in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis. And on today, government announces new confirmed COVID-19 case as of April 6, 2020, totaling 14 confirmed COVID-19 cases in this republic, and with so far 3 deaths reported, according to the Ministry of Health. Many thanks for watching. Special thanks goes to Rufus Mombo, who sat at controls, and to the entire news team. My name is Julius Compton. Do have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.